Good afternoon, Coach Hull.
Good afternoon, Coach Lawson.
Reason we're meeting is this is the pre-conference to your evaluation, and I would like to get started by just asking you a few questions concerning the lesson that I'll be seeing. So the lesson plan said that it's projects on medieval times. Could you explain a little bit about what I'm going to see?
So we're going to be going to medieval times towards the end of the school year, and one of the things that really want to be able to have the kids do is understand and see some things that that they are wanting, that they're going to be seeing whenever they go to medieval times. And I wanted them to get a little bit more of an idea for the time period that they're talking about and the time periods that they're showing. And so one of the things that they're having to do is I have given them a list of different things that they can look at, whether it's a castle, whether it's weapons, whether it's farming equipment, whether it's taking games that they used to do back in that time period, such as jousting or sword fighting, or some of the other kids' games that they played. They could also be looking at battle strategies and how people used to fight a long time ago versus now, so that way they can kind of see the difference. And just to kind of give them a whole list of things that they can actually do. And so they've already done the research, they've looked at a lot of the different elements from back in that time period, and now they're taking that material that they've already researched and turning that into an actual visual project, something that you can actually show, something that you can actually do. One of the other things that they can do is also recreate the dress of either a common woman, a common man, or a knight, something along those lines that they can actually recreate, and so that way the kids can actually see some of the things that come from that time period.
Okay, so you said that they've already done the research. You won't be seeing that. You've already, I assume then you've already discussed with them the medieval times. So exactly what will I be seeing during this lesson?
So since they've already done the research, they're working on the construction of everything. So they're already creating everything that they're actually doing. They've already spent some time working on their projects already. They've brought the materials, and what they're now doing is working on the construction. Now, they haven't started working on any of the food or anything like that because that's a little bit of ways away. And so what we're trying to do is giving them some time so that way they can work and get the actual project looking to a point to where it's going to be able to be presentable with some of the things. So that way their school time afterwards is used for not the project, but the actual other subjects that they have homework in. So doing a lot of the actual project in-house.
All right. You said you gave multiple examples of things that they can do. Speak more about that differentiation there.
Okay, so wanted to give the kids a lot of different options, a lot of things that they might actually be looking at. The weapons was a big hit with a lot of the kids because they're able to recreate some of the things that they've actually shown. Some of the things that they're very interested in, but also looking at the idea of recreating some of the castles. They actually had to look up an actual castle that has already been there, that actually still existed, or a coat of arms that actually existed, and they have to recreate some of that stuff. And so they actually have to look at the fine details of some of these particular places, and then they have to take that information and turn it into something that they already do. I know one of our kids is already doing the idea of making a game, but it can't be something that already exists like chess. They actually have to recreate a game using different elements from the time period. One of the things that he's looking at is avoiding the plague as a portion of his game. And so that's the time period that we're kind of looking at, is trying to have these kids looking at different elements that actually existed back in this time period, not just battles and stuff like that, even though a lot of the kids are very interested in those weapons.
Okay, you've mentioned weapons several times. How are you going to ensure the safety of the kids with these weapons?
So one of the things that I made a requirement was the weapons that are actually going to be made are either made out of cardboard, or if they're made out of something that's actually supposed to be sharp, it's going to be dull. There's no way that I've made it very clear that there is no weapon that needs to be sharp in any way, shape, or form. So if a kid makes a guillotine of any type, that the blade itself is going to be a block of wood or something that can actually slide, but it's not going to be sharp whatsoever. So everything that they're actually going to be using in the actual class and that they're actually going to be constructing is going to be dull. They'll be using some scissors, things of that nature, in order to cut the cardboard and things like that. But as far as the actual stuff they're gonna be constructing is not going to be sharp whatsoever. It's either gonna be made out of wood. There's a couple of them that are making some things out of metal, but I've made it very clear to them that it's going to be dull and it needs to be dull, so that way there is no option, no problem with actual weapons being brought to school.
All right. Well, I'm glad to see that you've thought ahead about the safety. I appreciate your time, and I look very forward to this lesson. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You've not used it before, I want to make sure that you're not spraying your clothes, okay? So if the wind is blowing a certain direction, make sure that you're spraying in the direction of the actual wind. Does that make sense? Okay, so, with that being said, what I need you guys to do is your projects are back there, okay? Take care of getting your projects, get with your partner that you're working with. If you need to go outside, ask, okay? If you need to look at some different things, let me know. There are computers that are in here. If you need to get on the computer for any reason, remember they'll stay on top of the desk. Alright? Again, no horseplay. If you need to go outside, let me know. If you need to use your computer, stay on top of the desk. If you're doing paint, on the trash bag. And if you're using a hot glue gun, again, on a trash bag back there, make sure you're not on it and pay attention to what you're doing. Anybody got any questions?
No, sir.
Alright, good work.
Do we have to put everything
Stay over there. I get I don't Hey, come on, bitch. No, wait, what's wrong with it? It's gonna be white. Okay, look. The shield's gonna be white. The gold on all parts. Because that's probably the best thing. Look. You want to make a bigger one? Hey, what's on the spray paint do I need? Oh, we need we can use brown. Doesn't this look cool? There goes that. Hey, Jansen. What color is it? White. Looks like, don't it? Wow, man.
you go outside, what you do, is put it on the dirt, spray it out, spray it.
Don't break it.
Done.
Daddy, come on. I'm gonna make a clay slide. Who is it? I'm gonna make a clay. Come on, Jaden. Am I allowed to go? Am I allowed to go to the library now? James got some.
Alright. Go. Soft over there, right where the crack is. Put that right on the ground.
Jaden. Shit. Come on here. We need this first. We're gonna put my weapon.
Go outside.
No.
I need your spray weapon.
I'm gonna put it right there, and then let it stick right here. And then, okay. It's gonna be like this. How it is. Like that. See how that
I did it all by myself. I'm just Wait, you don't want
We hot and warm together. Excuse me.
I know. No, not really one of You're like freaking like
Where do we silver paint?
You missed it. You made it not. Really? I did it. I did it. Yes, I did. Yeah, that's what
Okay, yeah, let's just do it.
Where's my
I'm gonna make it.
It's something you make It's supposed to be a sword, but it's kind of a fat sword. It's a fat sword. Yes. Well, we're not done your project. Hey, go to. We'll have to bend this in. See how the back is? I'm happy it's Wait, how am I supposed to hold it again? So how are we supposed to hold it again? Yeah. Like that. But you can't do it in here. Where's the sausage? I'm making a bow. These are not shirts. Yeah, we must know. I hope this is good if you don't have it. I'm literally these don't cut. Please don't say that. Because I've never come on it. That's like, that's when I said that. This is like, you pulled out like sticks out of here. I don't think she has it in here.
This is what I call documenting the life.
Wait, two people on it.
No, there's only one group that's supposed to be outside.
Jake. You want me to get your half of the hand? Wait. Do you want me to cut this in half? I'm trying to figure out where
Use the size of it. Use it. What? Dad. This. Yes. No, we're not gonna fish today. If that's okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Oh, stop feeling us. Oh, you scared me, Morgan. No! Here, I'll show you. Hi. Are you guys partner? Yes. There. Can we use one? Arrows. Bailey. Bailey had Jake. Start facing the sword. Do it. My hand hurts. My hand hurts. No. Chance. Don't do this. No, I don't have we still need it. We need to do the inside. I need it so well.
Okay, Jake. Jake.
I'm trying to like the details.
It doesn't matter about me.
There's a lot of things to cover.
What's here?
Have up there that let Sierra do it. Sierra's drawing.
Dang.
Back is something, right? This is so frustrating. I'm sweating. Yes, I did it. I think this is my small version.
Simon Jansen. Give us this. Give us this. No, I want the sword. Y'all want my sword? Yeah. They can have that. This is mine. I'm going to because it's so hard. But I did. Boy, they're way too big. Will you try Jansen? We can go now. It doesn't matter. Come on. Coach, can we go now? Kara's back. This is so
Spread it out. It's a lot better. You're spreading in the
What is Kenson doing?
Did we get our candy today? I give up on my I can't do it.
Hey, ask my
Coach, can I go wash this off?
Make sure once you get done, wash whatever else is in.
Oh, yeah, that's not the bag. It was like that.
I don't look like it's
Then I need my phone. I just got a can in my hand.
Oh, you don't know how to do
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna redo mine. I need to make a handle. Can we do a bow instead of and get it at the same time? Wait, you need where did that idea? I could be brave.
No problem for me. Blue hair. That could be my bow.
No, you are not wasting that. You are not wasting this. You are using these. It's like a refrigerator door. Oh, like a it's not my business. The roll sharper? See? I can be It's like, what would this one? Just stay there, so let me click and change. You can't tell nobody.
Or change what it is.
Go find some.
But I'm having trouble getting
After I bit them. But I'm gonna make it work. That's the problem. Yes! Yes. Yes. Don't rip it. I need a sword now. I'm done. I'm like pretty chill. I'm hard leader. I better be count. I don't have a sword. It's four. She says that's the sword. The knife. Now I need to just think.
What did they put on my back?
No. I need some chairs. No, we need some spray paint. This could be our hand. What is that? You say? Shelby, I mean, the girl. Oh, Caleb. What? Can we use some spray paint? This thing is very messy. What? No. We're not gonna bring it together. You bring it. There's no jetting. No, tell me. You're not bringing it. Don't say everybody's there, but it sounds like that. I am, because I keep forgetting. Like, I went to the dinosaur yesterday, I went to Walmart. I went
Closest I got.
I went everywhere.
I'm making sure I'm reading.
Stop saying me, crying out loud.
How much more time is there?
I know.
What about candy?
See, we're not doing that.
Not a steak. Not a sword.
There's no tissue. I want to put that for the third time.
You messed it up. I'm never going to get more again. You messed up everything. I'll be Kayla's partner.
Merry Christmas.
No, I'm No! No! Can't do so. No, I get like that. Look.
Next week, towards the end of the period, grab their stuff out of the outside. So after this period's over, we'll grab the other two classes, go grab their part.
So they get it. And the other times that they play.
I messed up. Look there. How could I forget? No, yeah, I did. I'm not sure. I vault it so I how am I gonna keep it like this? So yeah, I think we now have this is gonna be shield. This is my handle. This is the best handle ever. Not that it's helpful. No, it's gonna break it. Yes, I I'm not good at like that. Oh, I'm breaking it. I broke it. Oh, now I didn't pull a picture. You want to make it gorgeous? It looks gorgeous. You want to make it gorgeous? I decided. I suck at using we made the mess clean it up. Hey!
Jesse, tell them I don't like sugar. Okay, huh? Let's start with
See, Kara thinks it looks like a phone. I don't like it. Look it up. See, you can hold the shelf. And then, like, clap for that.
Jensen, she's gonna paint the song.
It's painting the diamond line. Where's Katrina? Baby, come get your girl.
No! It's mine! Look, you messed it up. You messed it up. You can cut the skin. You messed it up. Dad, you can take my box. No, wait, we have to do
All right, pause. What you doing? Look at me for a second. Okay, stop what you're doing. I'm willing to wait. All right, very simply. The areas that you've been working in, those need to be picked up, and any trash that may be on the ground needs to go in a trash can. The projects themselves need to go back to the area where you're supposed to have your actual projects. The computers need to go back in, and then you make sure that they are plugged in. Those were just rearranged last period, so it'll be very obvious if you guys do not plug in your actual computer. So, make sure you take the project, put it back over here. Your area needs to be cleaned up, and all the trash needs to be picked up. The computers need to be plugged in, and if you move the desk, it needs to go back to where it's supposed to be. Okay? If you have a hot glue gun, and we need to make sure that gets unplugged and let that cool down. Alright? Let's go. Pick it up.
Now the other side.
Coach Hall, I'm going to thank you for the opportunity, first off, to video this whole process. Secondly, to come in and sit in your class. I really appreciate that. So, get this thing started. I just want to know how you feel about the lesson. How do you think it went?
I feel that the kids were doing what they were supposed to do. I felt like they were being very creative with what they were trying to do, coming up with a lot of different solutions, had a few questions as they were going along, and felt like they were trying to assess their questions, and felt like they were coming up with ideas themselves as they were going and trying to solve problems that they had. I felt like they were able to accomplish a lot of things and get a lot of work done in a short amount of time that they had today. And so I feel like they did pretty well with what they were doing. So.
Okay. If you had one thing to pick out of the whole lesson to say, I really feel like this went well, what would that one thing be?
I felt like the overall work ethic of the kids, of being able to take the stuff that they were able to take from their research that they've done, and be able to take their different things that they've taken from the research and actually put into their projects, and be able to construct things that they visually have seen, and things that they're trying to recreate from the actual research that they've done. I'm pretty excited about what they've done with running with this project.
All right. And on the flip side of that, if there was one thing you could say, I really think I need to work on that aspect of this lesson, what would that be?
I wish there was a little bit more space where I could actually work my way to actually having each individual group have their own space, whereas not having so many of them crowded in a certain area. It would kind of cut down a little bit on the noise that's going on in the background, and also it would kind of help with other kids not being cramped in a small space. Let them be comfortable being in their actual space. And so I feel like being able to have a little bit more room would really be sufficient, especially with the big projects that are going on, and then bringing in boxes and stuff like that would really help. And I feel like really overall that the kids were doing what they were supposed to.
Well, all right. I'd like to hear kind of how you felt things went, and then I'm going to tell you what I saw. Having come to you before and had the pre-conference, knowing that y'all had already done all the background information, the research and all that stuff, really helped me to understand what I was seeing that day. The thing that I saw most in that is it was very student-centered. You had a group of kids working on shields, and another group of kids working on cardboard weaponry. It was very differentiated. That was awesome. I mean, that was one of the best differentiations I've seen thus far. You provided those kids with an opportunity to set their own high expectations. That is on, upper level. That's upper, we're looking for teachers to be proficient. Well, that's on the distinguished level, where the kids are now taking it on themselves. That's not good enough. Had one little girl in the group. I think the camera was facing one way, but I heard on the other side a girl go, "No, that's not right. Do it like this." And I was like, "Wow, they are really into this, and they're fixing their own problems." And they came to you and would ask you questions, but you weren't telling them how to do it. You were helping them along, and I really appreciate seeing that effort out of you. That was really wonderful. Now, like I asked you, what was the one thing that you would think you needed to work on? I picked up on one thing, and that one thing was you had kids leaving the classroom, which isn't always a big deal, but at one point even had the camera follow you down the hall to see where you were going, and it wasn't even that far away, maybe 30 feet down the hall, but in that time frame, that little time frame, we could have a situation arise, and if it wasn't for the interactions with you and the rest of the kids, it's the dimension 2.5 on the T-TESS is what I was looking at there. And, with your monitoring and adjusting around the classroom, I couldn't make it, I didn't want to make it bad, but there's that one little thing that you need to work on is try to figure out a way, maybe plan something where if they're going to spray paint, everybody goes out, or something to where we don't have kids in separate locations, because it could fall back on you where little Johnny gets in a fight with little George, and where was Coach Hall, kind of thing. But other than that, it was a great lesson. The kids were working really hard, and I appreciate you giving me this time. If you have any questions or concerns about it, I'd be more than happy to talk to you, and we can work through the rubric together, and you can see where all they will be. Other than that, it will be available to you in the next couple of days online, where you can pull it up in Eduphoria and see it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you, sir.